Hello, my name is Mark Obatake, and you know, I realized that it's really difficult being a teenager. That's a time of our lives when I remember mentally trying to absorb so much information. Parents are telling me what to do, concepts are becoming a lot harder in school, and the culture is just telling me things about what is cool and what is not. Physically, my body was changing, hormones are kicking in and hair is growing, body's growing, pimples are growing, and emotionally, uh, I didn't know what I wanted, but I knew I wanted something. Um, I'm attracted to intimacy, but we fumble around a lot with relationships. And as far as my peers were concerned, I just wanted to be liked. And on top of all of this difficulty that we experience in adolescence, when you throw in the issue of disability, you just get a double whammy. For me, there were things that I couldn't do physically. And I remember times when I wanted to be with my peers, and they would go to the beach or they would go play basketball, and I was left behind. I just wanted to be accepted. I just wanted to be their friends. And it was very difficult, especially when some of them would say, things like, oh, Mark, he can't do very much, so we don't really need to be his friends. And that would really hurt. And it would start me to think about my disability in a very negative way. I remember times too when growing up, I would be attracted to a girl. And I don't know about the rest of you, but for me, just dialing the phone was really hard. You'd pick up the handset and start dialing the number, and after you hit the sixth number, your finger would like get paralysis, and you wouldn't know what to do. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, well, what's the worst that could happen? So I would dial the number, and I would stutter on the phone, hello, this is Mark. Would you like to go out? And the girl would say, no, I can't this Saturday because I have to be with my parents. Okay, how about next Saturday? No, I have a party with my friends. Oh, okay. How about the following Saturday? No, I gotta take my dog to the vet. After a while, it doesn't take a genius to realize that she doesn't want to go out with you, you know? And just so happens that if I were to find somebody who kind of liked me and would be willing to go out with me, I would sooner learn that their parents didn't like me. And that I would hear things like, oh, I can't go out with you. Why? Well, my mom doesn't want me to go out with somebody who's in a wheelchair. And it would be devastating. At one point, I thought about, why was this happening? And it was based upon something that I couldn't change. There's going to be some times in your life that there has to be a moment of truth where there's some kind of realization of who you are and where you want to go. For me, it occurred one day when I was looking in the mirror and I tried to see the thing that I hated the most, my disability. And you know what? I couldn't see it. I couldn't tell where my disability ended and the rest of me began, and vice versa. And then I realized that if I hated my disability, I really would have to hate myself as a whole. And that just didn't seem appropriate. So I thought, well, what can I do? And then I read something. It was this little prayer that said, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I realized that I couldn't make other people like me. All I could do was to change some things within me. And so one day I kind of wrote down traits that I would like to see in friends or have as a friend. You know, loyalty, compassion, humility. It was just so amazing to see the things that I could start to work on. And that's what I did. I said I would go out and try to be the kind of person that I would want to find in someone else.